Vincenzo'S Gold Crypto Investing in this quick.
Vincenzo'S Gold Crypto Investing, where you like, subscribe, and share for a one-of-a-kind, company-made, computer software trading probability-based, trading alert, technical analysis, and company philosophy, as I'm your most trusted source for blockchain technology and cryptocurrency breaking news and coin updates here on YouTube and in the cryptocurrency sphere, as old Vincenzo was brought back truth. And most importantly, integrity back into the trading sphere, right? And this is a little bit of a late start to our morning episode. I had good views on the last video last night, and I had to do some stuff at work looking for stuff. You can see in the stock market, mostly slip yields, ease, and wake of Powell inflation comments. Powell talked the other day and said he thought he could tame inflation with what he's doing with raising interest rates and keeping us out of a recession. Powell's wrong. If he's going to raise rates like he is, I believe we're already in a recession on our way to an inflationary depression. And there's no way not to officially enter into a recession. It's just not possible with what he's doing. But what I'm looking at right now in the immediate shorter term, as you can see in the 3-hour time frame, you got the dollar coming up against its major overhead resistance again at about the 105 area, 104, 105, and we got rejected here, got rejected here, got rejected here. Now we've had a power move off support, and if you get rejected here, what could happen is after a big fall in the stock market and the crypto market, you're on support now, major support on the crypto market. You can see this underneath support of the 20,000 to 19,893-ish area is your old all-time high. And what's coming up against resistance in the dollar and major support on Bitcoin, you could have a little rally, right? And if you would like to try to trade that on the short end or on the long end, use my Bitget partner link down below. And I've just been informed yesterday, it's up to a $5,000 total bonus, depending on your deposit requirements and a few other things they have there, where you make a couple of trades and you get $50 here, $60 there. But say you deposit one full Bitcoin, you're going to get $5,000 bonus right off the bat, right? If you deposit, say, $5,000, I believe you would get about $100 to $200. No, it's more than that. At $5,000, it's maybe $500 or $1,000 bonus. But it's all in there. It helps support the channel. It's a very good site. It's a safe site. It's a reputable site. Old Vincenzo trades with it. I don't trade crypto that much, but I do trade every now and then. I'm more of a gold trader or a gold investor. I don't really trade gold. I invest in gold, which means I buy it and I hold it, right? Because I'm getting a yield. But if you want to trade these volatile markets to the bull side or to the bear side, use my Bitget partner link down below, and it does help support the channel. And you can see this major, if we zoom out, we're going to go out actually to the daily time frame. You can see in the daily time frame, it's so far back there, 2017. See that? The old all-time high right here? See this? This is the major area you're getting supported on right now. And the problem is if you fail to hold that, I believe you would fall all the way down here to the bottom part of this white volume indicator at 16,675 range or a local double bottom, right? And then if you broke that, you're coming all the way down to that technical target out of that mountain double top that we've had since last year during the mountain double top and the bear market rally, right? And that's what we're looking at here. And if we zoom in a little bit closer now that you see that, you can see in the 4-hourly we're sitting on that support right now, right? So if this doesn't hold, it's going to slip down probably very quickly to the wick low bottom on the flash crash or the big crash a couple of weeks ago as this bear market strengthens. So that's what I'm looking at right now, that 19,968 must hold, and then that descending upper resistance, if you're trying to break out and get bullish, is 20,884, right? So that's what I'm looking at right now. It's having a very rough time getting a bounce off of this as the dollar has showed strength today, but the dollar's coming up against resistance and the crypto market's coming up on support. So we'll see if these markets can't turn around today, right? We'll see if these markets can't turn around today, and if they do a 180 flip towards the end of the day, right? And the computers trigger buy on the stocks and crypto, and the computers trigger sell, right? On the dollar, right? Because they're coming up against upper resistance. You can see Cardano actually in the last minute had a little relief pump, right? Nothing to write home about. But if we zoom out into the 4-hourly, you can see we're still sitting there in the same area. It's waiting to have its next major move, and it's either going to be up to 61 cents or down to the top part of the shithouse. So you're either coming to the bottom part of the last line of defense to try to break up bullish at 61.28, or you're coming down to the top part of the shithouse, right, at 33 cents or 31-ish cents. And that's what we're watching out for to see what actually happens today. And Cardano, Doge had a little bit of a pump yesterday, right? We were watching that, and then now it's selling off back underneath support, right? And if this trends like the other coins, it's going to come down a little bit more that had those pumps. You can see XRP did in fact come all the way back down into that white support zone, and it's threatening if the buyers don't come in, but it did meet that technical target now out of that symmetrical triangle. You can see in white there, that white down facing arrow. That is your technical target out of that little consolidation. So that is now filled, which could initiate the computers to trigger buy and start to force the price back up. And if it does, you would have a local upper resistance of that 37 cents again, right? If you break down, you're coming back to the top part of the shithouse at 28 cents. XLM's the same thing. It's actually had a full lateral flush back down almost. And if you can't get a little kind of support here and try to trade back up towards the 200-day moving average, you're going to come all the way down to the 7 cents. But you have an upper resistance where if you get some buyers to come in a brief pump, you could come up to 14 cents real quick. So it's an interesting time. There's a lot of volatility. It's mostly bearish volatility, but there are pumps that are happening here and there, and that is to be expected. And you just gotta kind of have to wait this out and see what happens, as the dollar has shown very good strength today and yesterday, bouncing off of its underneath support line, and it has not showed any signs of letting up. But as you do know, these things change very quickly. But right now, the dollar is pumping, stocks are going down, crypto's going down, gold and silver bullion, or gold bullion, just even, right? You can see gold bullion just chilling. It hasn't really done anything in this volatile market, which is what gold does. It hangs out, keeps your value nice and safe in them gold bars, and then it starts to catch up to what's going on, right, when it starts to pump. Silver's been, musha. Natural gas, again, I'm in striking range. If this gets to $19.50 this week, $19, $19.50, I'm going to be pretty close to in the money, and my options I would start to cash them out. But I am steadily starting to run out of time, so that it's making me nervous, right? And then there was a little bit of news here that happened with the cryptos. Let's pull that up. We now understand how little we understand about inflation, said Powell. Well, the reason Powell doesn't understand inflation is because he's a member of the criminal gangster cartel, that they either lie or they're deceptive. And I lead with the latter, as they're deceptive, as they know exactly what their policies do by printing money, having cheap policy, cheap interest rates, and monetizing all kinds of debt, bailing all kinds of business and companies out. It adds to massive inflation, right? Here's what I wanted to talk about. MicroStrategy snubbed harsh bear storm, or crypto winter, as I call it, as buys additional 480 Bitcoin on the dip but this was his first good buy, if you want to look at it, since he bought his first initial buy because he kept buying the peak, right? But according to Fork 8K, filled with Security Exchange Commission, bought at an average price of $20,817 per unit, and he now owns $129,699, right? At an average cost per coin now at $30,664, and it brings his margin requirement all the way down to $3,600 and change, right? So this is something to keep an eye out on. If the crypto winter does indeed tighten, even if it has a nice pump somewhere, which there could be a little bit of a pump, as his buying pressure might have been what was holding up the market the last couple of days, but it could make the price pump a little bit just because that's a lot of buying right there, 500 coins, right, valued at a shitload of money. But this is going to be something to watch as the summer goes on. If the crypto price starts to crash and you get a big liquidity crunch again, and then some of these lending services go, more and more of them go belly up, and more money gets scared and gets pulled out of the crypto market. And if something like Tether, as there's been word of institutional investors trying to stack up to short Tether, if something as big as Tether, say, depegs from the dollar, that could have catastrophic consequences if this bear market is indeed going to be a brutal bear market. And it's already been one of the worst bear markets based on money lost and liquidity and insolvency problems that were going on in major exchanges. If it gets worse, that's something to watch to see what happens with Michael Saylor, right? Once again, become members of Jabroni Killer. Hit that bell notification to get notified on all my updated videos. Subscribe to the channel. Join Jabroni Killers. I'm going to be posting some